Hello everyone, welcome back to grammar study. I think today is the last day for chapter 13, which is about adjective clauses. So again, in the beginning of started covering chapter 13, I told you that chapter 13, adjective clauses, is the one of the hardest part understanding the types of subordinating clauses. So is it because it contains different relative pronouns leading different types of adjective clauses. So that's why I told you, you gotta study hard and you gotta study carefully. Okay, so this is the last class and I'm gonna cover two tables in this video clip and then I'm gonna cover the last table, which will be 13-11 on another video clip, and I'll finish chapter 13, okay? So I think theoretically after finishing these grammar lectures over the summer, you have to know how to express yourself in more details, in more elaborated manner. So you should remember that, okay? This is not just simple regular grammar class to make you understand the basic stuff, but to make you be a better writer. That's what the aims for this class. Okay, table 13-9. The title says using expressions of quantity. The most important thing is quantity in adjective clauses. So even in adjective clauses, we can express quantity concept in there. So not only we're going to modify noun in a way by having some of the expressions in adjective clause, but those expressions also include quantity concept. That's what you have to remember. 아시겠죠, 그죠? 그래서 형용사절이 명사를 꾸미는데 어떤 그런 명사를 꾸며주는 어떤 그런 내용에 있어서 수량, 어떤 양의 개념까지 표현할 수 있다는 겁니다. 아시겠죠, 그죠? 자, 그래서 어떻게 하면 양의 개념을 형용사절에 포함을 시켜서 그 꾸밈을 당하는 명사를 한정할 수 있는지를 let's find it out, okay? Alright, there are two original sentences and we're going to combine those two sentences to come up with one sentence including an adjective clause. 보겠습니다. In my class there are 20 students, most of them are from Asia. 그죠? Then which concepts are showing up in twice in both sentences? 자, 20 students. 그죠? 우리 수업에는 20명의 학생들이 있고 그 학생들의 대부분이 어디서 왔답니까? From Asia. 아시아에서 왔답니다. 자, 요 두 문장을 한 문장으로 바꾸면 어떻게 되겠습니까? 자, so we're going to convert the second sentence as an adjective clause. 맞죠, 그죠? So we're going to leave the first sentence as a main clause. So in my class there are 20 students, 코마 붙이고 most of them 대신에 whom이 들어갔습니다. 왜 그렇습니까? them은 사람을 봤는데 전치사의 목적이기 때문에 목적격의 relative pronoun을 써야 되죠. 그래서 most of whom이 된 겁니다. are from Asia. 그죠? So an adjective clause may contain an expression of quantity. 양의 개념을 포함할 수 있는데 어떤 단어들로 표현할 수 있답니까? Some of, many of, we just covered most of, none of, two of, half of, both of, etc. 또 다른 예문안 보겠습니다. He gave several reasons, only a few of which were valid. 어떻게 되는 겁니까? If we reconvert the sentence into two sentences, then we're going to come up with he gave several reasons, period. Only a few of the reasons, only a few of them were valid. So 여기에 있었던 원래 그 them이나 several reasons refer to things, 그죠? Not humans. Several reasons can be regarded as things. 그래서 which를 써야 되는데 it's also another object case for preposition of. 그죠? 그래서 목적격인데 3으로 가리키는 relative pronoun. Is there a different type for object case in comparison with the subject case? There's no difference in terms of its form. 그죠? which 쓰면 되죠. 그죠? That's why we come to have only a few of which were valid. So the first adjective clause modifying 20 students, second adjective clause modifying reasons. Okay, let's find out the meaning of example C. The teachers discussed the gym, one of whose problems was poor study habits. Okay, why don't we try again to convert the sentence into two sentences, two independent sentences. 자, the teachers discussed the gym, period. One of his problems, one of Jim's problems was poor study habits. 그죠? 그래서 이건 어떻게 되는 겁니까? 사람을 가리키는데 his 됐으니까 Jim's 아닙니까? 그죠? Jim's를 한 번 나온 명사를 두 번 할 때는 그냥 프로나운 썼죠. 그죠? 소유격 썼죠. 그죠? 그런데 그걸 형용사절로 받으려니까 소유격 관계대명사 his가 뭐가 된 겁니까? whose가 된 거죠. 그죠? So the teachers discussed the gym, one of whose problems was poor study habits. So this is a object case relative pronoun for human beings. This is a object case relative pronoun for things. This is a 뭡니까? possessive pronoun, relative pronoun for human beings. 그죠? Good. 됐습니다. 그죠? So the expression of quantity 뭡니까? expression of quantity가 뭡니까? 얘들이죠. Some of, many of, most of, none of, two of, half of, both of 이런 것들은 precedes, 앞선답니다. the pronoun. 그래서 one of, few of, most of, those expressions of quantity precedes the relative pronouns of whom, which, and whose. 그죠? So this pattern is more common in writing than speaking. 그죠? And you know what you are supposed to do? You are supposed to put commas. Doesn't matter with the information is essential or not. This is a linguistic habit for English native speakers. So when you express quantity concept by using and including into an adjective clause, you have to put comma in front of the starting of the adjective clause. 아시겠죠? 그죠? 그래서 콤마가 다 붙은 겁니다. 그래서 this is more common, again, in writing than speaking. So you are not supposed to use it in speaking. It's not like that, but it's rather, it means common for having these types of expressions in writing. 아시겠죠? 그죠? Okay, let me get into the next table. So let me wipe this out. Hang on a second. Let me, okay. Let's just see what is about the next table. Okay, next table is about using which is a relative pronoun, to modify a whole sentence. Okay, so what we have learned so far indicates that an adjective clause supposed to modify a noun preceding the adjective clause. 그죠? 형용사절을 앞서는 명사를 뒤에 있는 형용사절이 꾸민다고 배웠습니다. 그죠? So instead of modifying a noun, single noun, we come to modify a whole sentence by using the relative pronoun which입니다. 아시겠죠? 그죠? So 그래서 형용사절이 명사 하나, 단어 하나만 꾸밀 수 있는 게 아니라 그 앞에 나오는 문장 내용 전체를 꾸밀 수 있게 된답니다. 어떤 상황일 때 그게 가능한지 한번 보겠습니다. 자, there are two original sentences and B actually converts the two independent sentences into one sentence composing one main clause and one subordinating clause. The 뭡니까? adjective clause. 그죠? 자, 그렇습니다. Same as C, two independent sentences and convert it to a sentence which has one main clause, one dependent clause, which is adjective clause. 그죠? 자, 보겠습니다. Tom was late. That surprised me. 자, 탐이 늦었고 그것이 나를 놀라게 했다는 겁니다. 그죠? Then this that represents what? The whole sentence. Tom was late. For the fact that the Tom was late surprised me. In that case, 우리가 뭘 쓸 수 있다는 말입니까? 바로 which를 쓸 수 있다는 거예요. And then which actually modify the whole sentence, whole main clause part. 아시겠죠, 그죠? The second example 보겠습니다. The elevator is out of order. This is too bad. 엘리베이터가 고장이 났고 엘리베이터가 고장 난 것은 참 안 됐다 이 말이죠, 그죠? This actually modifies the whole sentence in front of it. 그죠? So when we combine it, the elevator is out of order, which is too bad. 아시겠죠? 그죠? which가 그래서 앞에 있는 전체를 꾸미는 겁니다. 아시겠죠? 그죠? So the pronouns that and this, so that and this can refer to the idea of a whole sentence which comes before. 그래서 that은 이 전체를 나타내고요. this도 이 전체를 나타냅니다. 그죠? So the word that actually refers to the whole sentence of Tom was late. The word this actually refers to the whole sentence of the elevator is out of order. 그죠? 비슷하게 an adjective clause with which may modify the idea of a whole sentence. 그래서 which가 전체를 다 꾸며주는 겁니다. 아시겠죠? 그죠? So when we deal with the whole concept expressed by a whole sentence, are we dealing with a human being or a person? No. That's why we're supposed to use which modify a concept which can be regarded as a thing. 맞죠? 그죠? 됐습니다. 됐고. 자, 그래서 the word which on the 여기서는 그죠? The whole sentence Tom was late. Using which to modify a whole sentence is 여러분 informal하답니다. 그죠? And occurs most frequently in spoken English. So you should remember that the way relative pronoun which actually modifies the whole main clause part in front of it is not that formal writing style. That's rather informal. However, that's what native speakers do. So that's why we study for this. So this structure is generally not appropriate in formal English. 그래서 어떤 격식을 가진 문어체에서는 주로 적합하지 않답니다. 일반적으로는 적합하지 않답니다. Whenever it is written, however, it is preceded by a comma to reflect opposing speech. 무슨 말입니까? 그래도 이게 쓰인다면 늘 뭐가 붙어야 된답니까? 컴마가 붙어야 된답니다. 그죠? Same thing with the prior table. 그죠? 똑같습니다. The expression of quantity included in adjective clauses, put a comma in starting of the adjective clause. Same with the which. 그죠? Which modifies the whole sentence in front of it. 그죠? 콤마 왜 붙인답니까? It can show up both in spoken English. 말할 때 끊어주라. The Tom was late, which surprised me. 그죠? The elevator is out of order, which is too bad. Okay. So we are very getting close to the end of chapter 13, and we started covering all different types of adjective clauses, including expressing quantity within the adjective clauses, and we come to learn about a relative pronoun leading an adjective clause which modifies not a word of noun, but the whole sentence in front of it. Okay? So you have to have an understanding in full perspective in terms of the adjective clauses. So whenever you come to read somebody else's writing, you can distinguish which part is an adjective clause which add the meaning into a noun or the whole sentence lying in front of it. And not only reading somebody else's writing, also you have to understand how to express yourself by utilizing all different types of adjective clauses, so make your writing more delicate. 아시겠죠, 그죠? Okay, I will see you again on my next video clip covering table 13-11, which will be the last table for the whole chapter, for chapter 13 of adjective clauses. So until then, so long.